The following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Hey everyone, and welcome to 50 Shades of Bullshit. I'm your host, Christine Lalonde, and this is the podcast where we uncover the truth about online dating. Now let's begin.
Hey everyone, it's Christine.
I'm Jada. Hi, Christine.
And this is 50 Shades of Bullshit. I shoved a lifesaver in my mouth really quick. They're going to get the juices flowing, and it's too many flowing of the juices, and I was like, I can't talk. So, hi everyone. We are at episode 63. Can you believe that? It's crazy. It is insane. It has been crazy. So, Jada, hello.
Yes. Hi.
Today we're talking about broken to barrier breaker. And we have a guest today that's going to come on and talk to us about how she picked herself up from her bootstraps, from being rock bottom. And I think she wants to talk about, breaking those barriers and getting up and moving forward. And I can't tell you how many times in my life I've had to pull my ass up and keep going once I got knocked down. And the longest I've stayed down is because I was dazed and confused. And then I'm like, okay, wait, now I've got to step forward, get up, and not only get up and keep moving forward, but move beyond where I was. I no longer believe in 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's 1 step back. Fuck off. I'm doing 20 steps forward.
I'm actually really excited because I don't know. I would love to hear her input and insight, because I think we've all been there. We've all had major, crazy, setbacks that lead us to feel like we're helpless. Like lead us to feel like, oh my God, what do I do now? So I think this is a really good topic. I'm excited. I'm excited to hear what she has to say.
Yeah, I have a friend right now who called me crying the other day saying, and I won't say who it was because I respect her privacy, but she was really torn up. She is struggling with work stuff, finances. She's really struggling, and she has hit rock bottom. Like really seriously rock bottom. And I said, use it as a bouncing block. Use it like you've hit the bottom and you're springing back up and you're getting yourself not only higher up in that hole, get your ass out of that hole. And I did a whole manifesting thing with the new moon about releasing all that old shit and moving forward. And we've all been there, every single person.
But I
if
think
you've never been there,
treasure. Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead. The
I was
treasure.
just going to say, I think the treasure is when you can see past it, right? Because when we're in that moment, you don't know, like, what do I do? Like, some people hit
old. My father was, unfortunately, he was abusive to my mother, and he threw a beer bottle at her, not with the intention to hit me. It hit me, cracked my skull open. I had an emergency craniotomy, and I've had migraines my entire life due to that abuse.
Wow.
The few times I went to visit him in Phoenix, Arizona, he took me on a drug run to Tijuana with 2 of my half siblings. He was a dope dealer, whatever, a marijuana dealer. And so I didn't have a lot of interaction with him after that, obviously, because my mother was scared shitless. So it wasn't a great situation. I had abandonment issues and things like that with my real father. But my mom remarried an amazing man that is my father, that has raised me. He's a farmer, so he taught me incredible work ethic.
Wow.
I had a beautiful childhood from there on out. And I got married probably too soon. I had like this New York City dream that I was like going to be the Sex and the City girl. I'm going to go be on Broadway. I was always in all things performative, but I ended up like on a really cheap beer budget, and I ended up in Oklahoma City. So that was my big city. And a lot of opportunities have come from here. So I'm thankful for it. But I came here and I got married, and before I had kids, I was working in property management, and I had a manager that came, it's leasing apartments, leasing condos. And he, I remember he came up to me and he said, Denise, we don't want to lose you. But he said, I honestly have to tell you, the natural progression for you would be to get your real estate license. Like, you would kill it. And I remember, when someone really sees you, it's like this seed gets planted. So when my kids were, got into pre-K kindergarten, I came and I'd been married almost 10 years to my friends and family. And I said, look, I want to get my license. I know I can do this. I'm in a place where I feel like I can do this. I had stayed at home, devoted a lot of time to the kids. And I was met with, well, you could never do that. You could never stand out. Why would we line the garage walls with superficial, pictures of your face with no yard to stake? What an expensive hobby. So, the dream didn't die, but I definitely suppressed it, because at that time in my life, I was in a place that I felt like I had to have permission to pursue things. I was in a very dysfunctional, toxic. I was kind of, I was a shell of myself. I was a censored, watered down version of me. And I allowed other people to steal my dreams, but I just don't want the unhealed parts of me to hurt other people. First and foremost, my children.
That's beautiful.
And I knew from this experience that I wanted to make other people, I wanted to spend my life making other people feel less broken. And so I went to therapy for two times a week for 2 years. And fast forward, I had some dating relationships. I had a little hiccups, some mishaps. My picker was still broken a little bit. But I got to a really, really healthy place. And I moved to a suburb to get some distance between my ex-spouse and I. It was just better that way. And I'm working in an office, and in walks the sexiest legs you've ever seen in your life.
In brown shorts and brown socks.
No, navy shorts. Navy. Remember?
Are they navy now?
Navy. No one looks good in brown. So he walks in, and I felt like, I'd known him 1,000 years. We saw each other every day for 5 years before our first date.
Wow.
And I even tried to set him up with some other people.
Who did he finally make the move after 5 years, or did you say, buddy, let's go?
He made the move. He made the move finally. And he gave me his email address to get on MySpace, and I lost it. And I know that I'm like showing my age there. And so, it was crazy. So after our first date, it's, when like, I didn't need Tinder. I didn't need Hinge or, whatever these dating apps are, Plenty of Fish. I just needed to be open to my FedEx guy. So that's what I did. And we got married. We blended 5 teenagers. 4 of them were girls. And everybody thought we were like literal nutbags. We were, because the estrogen flowing through that house. My son and Troy wanted to move out for like 9 days a month. It was bad. We survived it. And we quit our jobs on the same day. I think we had been married 10 months. And, you're not supposed to do big things when you have big changes in your life. We got married, and you marry all of them. So lots of changes, meshing all these birth orders and all of this. And then we quit our jobs with $30,000 in the bank, which, by the way, wasn't shit. It, with 7 mouths to feed, it doesn't go very far. 3 of them were drivers. We had speeding tickets, braces, it wasn't enough money to do this.
Yeah.
Troy's childhood friend told him, hey, I'm with a financial services company. I'm rocking it. Come along with me. Troy had always wanted to do that. And he said, do you want to do it? And I said, I guess, so I went along, and we found out about 2 months after we quit our jobs that this man was not thriving. He was going bankrupt. He was losing his house. He was losing his car. And so instead of going to our family and saying, look, we're going to pivot, we're not going back to work for the man, we started doing door-to-door sales, and we started buying precious metals when gold and silver was really high back in the day. We did everything that we could to avoid quitting and going back and getting a job.
Yeah.
Wow.
So finally he said, do you want to do real estate with me? And I said, are the angels singing right now? Are you kidding me? And so we got our license. And I remember telling him, I sat him down. I said, look, I'm 39. I have waited over 2 decades to do this. Like, this is happening. It's going down in such a big way. You have no idea. And so I said, I want to use the negative seeds that were planted in me that I could never stand out, that I could never make it. And I want to pave our own lane. And, there's 10,000 realtors in my marketplace. It's saturated, but who cares? So we created not only processes and systems, but a killer customer service experience. But we used storytelling and unique approaches to social media to stop that scroll and to stand out and to really anchor with people. So they felt like they're doing life with us, and people want to do business with people they like and they want to hang out with and have a drink with and are excellent and keen at their jobs.